Hey guys, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Leo, and in this video here, we're going to be doing a stock analysis on AMD. You've probably heard of this company. You're probably running one of their amazing CPUs in your system right now. They're the top competitors towards Intel. So without further ado, let's jump into this company and see what it's all about. Let's jump into the company metrics first and determine where the company has been and where it's currently going. So the PE ratio, we have 44.26 compared to a 78.74. I like to see this decrease. I want it underneath the 22.5 range. EPS has been some improvements here from 1.06 to 2.61. ROE 44.89 to 23.62. Amazing. I love to see these high numbers, folks. We want that over 15. We want that over 15%. Profit margin 19 compared to 10%. Good. Revenue at 16. Net income 3.1. Free cash flow 3.22. And the average being almost $800 million. Okay. Wow. Huge increase. We don't pay a dividend though, which is very strange. I thought we did, but I could be wrong. Return on invested capital 44 to 20. That's amazing. We want this over 10%, and we have that over on the 5-year average and on our current trailing 12 months. Almond Z score 25.51 and a Piotrowski score of 8. We'd love to see that. We want that to be between 8 or 9. 9 being the highest you can possibly achieve. So 8, phenomenal. So far, from what this current snapshot is on the current company metrics, I'm liking AMD a lot. But before we jump into the financial evaluations, folks, make sure you hit the like button and the subscribe button. It helps out the channel a lot. Helps out with the YouTube algorithm. Makes me feel warm and fuzzy inside. Just show some love. Just that little, Anyways, here's the financial evaluations of AMD. A little scorecard here. We're ranking an 8 out of 10. So that's a phenomenal number. Our main two discrepancies that we have here is our PE ratio and our share dilution. We'll touch base on these two in a little bit, but I want to see the positives first. Current ratio it's over 1.5. Love to see that. Return on equity over 15% at 23.62. EPS growth, as we've mentioned earlier, big improvement there. Debt to equity 4.66%. We want that under 50%, folks, and we have that. That means they're leveraging the capital through equity within the business and not taking on debt. Net income growth, free cash flow growth, phenomenal, huge numbers. Now, if I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure I'm right. If we jump into the income statement, I believe, yeah, so we do have some negative numbers here in 2017, 2016. So they definitely been turning themselves around and becoming profitable. That's good. I want to see those numbers to keep increasing. But yeah, that's what is going to be reflected here with this massive over almost 10,000. It's over 9,000 growth here. And free cash flow growth, I'm gonna assume that is the same story, and it is. In 2018 and 2017 we've had some negative numbers. Yeah, AMD has definitely been turning themselves around. I want to see them to continue improving those numbers. 5-year return on invested capital average 20%. We want that over 10%, folks. We have that. 5-year revenue growth is 32.71. Love seeing those numbers there. So far, from looking at the positives of AMD, this company has a lot going for it. I'm happy with the company metrics. I'm happy with the financial valuations. But however, these two categories right here are very, very important. Now, while everything's happy-go-lucky in terms of increasing revenue and free cash flow, our 5-year PE average is 78.74. So you could be overpaying for those earnings. So that's a one red flag you gotta just keep in mind. As well as our share dilution. We want this number to be decreasing or staying the same. And with a slight dilution, look, at 2.45% over the last 5 years, it's not gonna, for me personally, I could potentially live with that. However, I would love to see that number staying the same going forward or decreasing. But this 5-year PE number, that might be the kicker to say if this company is overpriced or not. We'll determine that right now as we go into a price analysis. So with AMD and with a lot of these tech companies, something that I've noticed, these little 1 year boxes here, those are anomalies because of the whole COVID, at home offices, stuff like that. So those numbers have definitely been increased because whether people are at home in quarantine, building their gaming PCs or home offices, that's why these numbers are hugely spiked. So we're not going to stick with these numbers. We're going to go with the 10-year and 5-year numbers here, and I'll just quickly jump on and see what we can do here. I'm going to do 14.5. I want to be conservative as much as possible, so I'm going to go 8, 9, and then 10. Actually, you know what? Yeah, no, 8, 9, 10. Free cash flow margin. I might go 5, like 5, 6, 7. Price to free cash flow. I will stay on the higher side of 14, 16, and 18, and you know, I'll do the same with PE ratio. This is on a 10-year analysis, folks, so bear with me. 13% return. All right. Not looking too hot, folks. And as I was saying earlier, and I was right, this 5-year PE ratio, well, our current PE ratio is 44.26. Essentially, for it to fall into our wheelhouse, this company is going to have to be essentially 1/3 of the price, which makes sense based off these numerics here. I know some people are going to probably comment and say, Leo, you're way too conservative with your revenue growth. But you have to kind of assume the worst. I like using the 10-year number or the lowest number that's on the chart because at least I know, okay, this is a number that is obtainable, right? And granted, all things considered, I could go higher. Like, I could go with the 16, 18, 20 metrics. Now, that would cause the price to be around $60 to pay. That's half of what we currently have. But you have to kind of go into this assuming the absolute worst and expecting the best. So where it currently stands right now with AMD, I love the business a lot. I currently own Intel shares. I would love to own shares of AMD as well. However, the price is not working out for me right now. And that's the only thing. I think the company is phenomenal. I think they're under great leadership. The CEO is absolutely crushing it. Lisa Su, right? I believe that's her name. Yeah. Like, just look at the earnings per share they've just been bringing in. 2017, 2016, that was the major turnaround, and the company's just been absolutely growing exponentially. They've kind of found where they had to go. But in regards to price, I do think it might be in this 60 range, assuming these numbers right here. Now, these are on the high side, right? It could very well be in this range. It very well could be if I pay 113. Look at our current metric right now. If you believe this number, 113, it hit right here. But I want to see green across the board, or at least all through our moderate and maybe a couple of our conservative evaluations. But those are my thoughts on AMD, folks. Remember, this is all just entertainment. It's not actual financial advice. You have to do your own due diligence. But this is the software that I use to try to get me to the next step before I actually go on and invest my capital. If you enjoyed the video, once again, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. I will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Here is AMD. Leave a comment down below of a company you want to see evaluated. And guys, I'll see you in the next video.